me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. Let me learn from all the ways I fall. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. And let me care for those around the world. Let me care for those around the world. Oh, let my steps reveal a path of peace. Let my steps reveal a path of peace. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
All right, let's say our vision statement together. We got our visitors. Thank you, so good to see you. All right, our vision statement. We are realizing miracles through living our oneness with God and each other. Thank you, and please be seated. I've got so much stuff up here. So good to see you. Reverend John and Judy, right? Richard, sorry. So good to see you. Good morning. Well, welcome to Unity of East Louisville, and wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And as Dave said this morning, if you're online watching us, then we welcome you too and hope to see you in person sometime, because this is such a great place to be. So thanks to everybody who made today possible. We've got our sound person, Les, who's always here helping, and our tech people that change every week. Laura's here this week, so thank you so much. And Pat, who oversees all of that tech stuff. And thank you to our chaplains who are here to pray with you, our ushers and greeters. And if you're new here today and you've never been here before, have you back again, John. We wish you good health. And also we have a special guest speaker today, Pinky Jackson. And she is going to speak on Let It Go. Decluttering your physical space can enhance your spiritual life, which I think we all kind of know that if we're in a cluttered space, it makes us feel chaotic. So I understand that's awesome. Thank you. And she's going to be doing a workshop after the service. So if you haven't already, you can either sign up or just show up, I think, for the workshop. Are you going to be holding it in here because there are enough people, or are you going to go down?
We'll either be in there or out there.
Okay. All right. So just stay and hang around, and somebody will tell you where they're going to be. Okay, let's see. We got a couple of announcements. If you haven't already done so, please turn off your cell phones. Let's see. We've got the workshop I already mentioned. We got Crystal Bowls coming up on Friday, February 16th. And that is the doors open at 6:30 and it starts at 7 with Rebecca and Nikki. We've got Valerie starting her class on February 21st, The Amazing Powers Within, and that's Wednesday evenings. And then Saturday, the 24th of February, is the strategic planning meeting. That's from 10 to 2 on that Saturday. And it's really important that we have a good showing, so we have lots of people talking about what we're going to be looking forward to in the coming year and ideas for growing the church or just making it an even better place. So please sign up or just show up for that. And our annual meeting is another good day to put on your calendar. That's the 10th of March. And that's right after church. We're going to be, the board will give you some presentation about things like the finances and just kind of what they're doing, and also you'll be able to ask them questions. So that's a great day for everybody to get together and talk about what's going on in the church. Lots more going on in the spring, but you'll just have to wait and see what that's going to be. It's all going to be a surprise. So we haven't got it all ironed out yet, but you know some good stuff is coming. because Colleen is on it with the social stuff, so. Colleen here, oh, sorry,
I
Suzanne.
just want to say that resident city results are coming soon.
Oh, that's exciting. Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's
Get
wonderful.
that.
We just know it's gonna be positive news, right? All that meditating has done something, has done some good for the world. Certainly in our little corner of the world anyway. All right, your quick jokes for the day. Wynn has given me some good dad jokes. So I've got Wynn's jokes this morning. Have you ever met a funny sewing machine? We're out walking their dogs. I don't like doing these on the phone, but sorry, that's the way this one is. Okay, two guys were out walking their dogs on a hot day when they passed by a bar. The first guy says, let's go in and have a pint. The second guy said, you can tell this is from England, right? The second guy says, they won't let us in with their dogs. And the first guy says, sure they will, follow my lead. He goes up to the pub, and sure enough, the bouncer says, I can't let you in here with that dog. He replies, oh, I'm blind, and this is my seeing eye dog. The bouncer says, okay, come on in. The second guy sees this and does the same thing. The bouncer says, you can't come in here with the dog. He replies, I'm blind, and this is my seeing eye dog. The bouncer responds, you have a chihuahua for a seeing Ready to sing again? Come back to your seats and we will sing I Behold the Christ in You.
Behold Christ in you, you're the life of God I see. I can see a great peace too, I can see you whole and free. I behold the Christ in you, I can see this as you are. I see this in all you do, I can see this as you talk. I behold God's love expressed, I can see you filled with power, I can see you ever blessed, see Christ in you hour by hour. I behold
He's my buddy. The word today is strength. Centered in divine strength, I am confident and peaceful. Centered in divine strength, we are confident and peaceful. If I find myself struggle to bear the weight of a heavy load, if I am wondering how much farther I can travel or how much longer I can carry on, I rely on my spiritual strength to keep me going. When I align my thoughts with this divine gift, I am tapping into the power of God expressing as me. Through divine strength, I am renewed and I am refreshed. We have everything we need to stay the course. Knowing the presence of God comes to me through many channels. We may ask for help and accept it graciously when it comes. We give ourselves breaks and we make time for prayer and our other spiritual practices. Through it, we remain strong and grateful for God within us. We remain strong with God within us. And the affirmation again, centered in divine strength, I am confident and peaceful. And the scripture, finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of the power. And that is Ephesians chapter 6.
Our Creator, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. God is the love I am. God is the love I am. God is the peace 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 I am. God is the beauty 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 I am. God is the power 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 I am. God is the wisdom 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 I am. God is the love 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 I am.
And now as we take that, God is the love I am, just begin to relax and know that truth. Taking a moment, take a deep breath in, let it go. Feel the seat beneath you, surrounding you, knowing that you are safe right here where you are. God is the love I am. The wisdom, the peace. Taking another deep breath in and letting go. Let go of what's no longer serving you right now in this moment. Being present to the I am. Feeling the presence of Spirit all around you. Moving in and through you. Opening up and releasing. So if you haven't already, I invite you to close your outer eyes or find a place in the room to focus. Being present right here, right now. Embraced in the loving presence of this holy space. Feeling that golden light begin to flow all around you. Seeing that warmth, the love flowing in and through you, opening up the darkness as that golden light flows through, shining, reflecting that I am presence that is alive. continuing just to allow yourself to be in the presence, seeing the light of wisdom flow through with each breath, knowing you are a magnificent being of love, light, and peace. Taking that in, believing, knowing, and releasing any thoughts other than that. The truth of you, the truth of your I am as love. And now just continue to rest in the silence. Now we take a breath. Continue to release anything that is not in your highest and best. And open to the new possibilities that are awaiting you. As we move forward with love, wisdom, and peace into this new day, this new journey, guided by the infinite wisdom of all that is. Our hearts into every heart, everywhere, surrounding Mother Earth and the healing energy of love. As we heal ourselves, we heal all. So thank you for the strength to carry us through, knowing that we are whole, and healthy, perfect image of all that is right now. So it is. Amen.
Coming up here feels a little more tentative than usual, but I'm happy. happy to be here today. God bless you all. And this song I'm going to do, I wrote about 25 years ago. And finally recorded it in 2008 with my son. And then last night, with Pinky's inspiration and finally understanding what she's about, a verse just popped out. So I'm adding it today to do this song for all of us in service to the Muse and to support Pinky. There are ways of holding on by letting go. There are ways of gaining the ground by going slow. When you're drifting into darkness, it might comfort you to know there are ways of holding on by letting go. There are ways of standing tall by bending low. I recall these words of wisdom from long ago. When the world sees only weakness, oh, you're wise enough to know there are ways of standing tall by bending low. There's a candle in the night burning low. Even in this world of darkness, still it glows. Just enough light to guide you when you don't know where to go. There's a candle in the night burning low. You're finally free when you let go of debris. Stuff stored so long, it's ancient history. It might be in your household, or it might be in your soul. But you're finally free when you let go of debris. There's a candle in the night burning low. Even in this world of darkness, still it glows. Just enough light to guide you when you don't know where to go. There's a candle in the night burning low. It's for those who are letting go.
Well, I don't actually even need to be here. John Gage, you are a treasure. on 5 letting go. Standing tall by bending low. I do that all day long. I bend low, pick things up, and get them organized. And man, it does feel like I'm standing tall in service to my fellow humans. Finally free when you let go of debris. So I'm changing my whole top. Woo! So beautiful, beautiful. Man, I wanted to bring some olive green, the color of order. I wanted to flash a little purple for a lot of different people, including Martha Creek. I'm going to have all the colors, including, here's a secret, Unity family, orange is actually my, right? So when I walked in, Valerie said, "Where's your pink?" And I said, "Tell you about that in a minute." So we recently downsized again about a year ago. Part of our spiritual development is to have a life of ease and efficiency. But I do wear pink 5, sometimes 6 days a week because it is my name and it helps my clients remember my name. And about a third of my clients are elderly and about 100% of them are overwhelmed. And they forget my name. Even though they hired me, they know me. I've seen everything they own. And I wear pink every day so that they can look at me and go, "Oh, Pinky." Right? Pinky. Pinky. That's right. That's right. That's right. And Pinky because I had an Irish father and a strawberry blonde mop when I was born. And he said, "Oh, look at that little Pinky." So it stuck. So I intentionally was able to very easily wear something other than the sea of pink that is my closet, because I have a well-ordered red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet section, because I wanted to keep one of every color for special times, right? So it was so easy to get dressed. Go, okay, green this morning, than I would have otherwise, because I'm kind of a night owl. So decluttering and how decluttering our physical life enhances our spiritual life. It is not news. From time immemorial, spiritual practices have encouraged us to declutter our physical life in order to connect with the divine. Ancient Chinese wisdom, feng shui. The Hindu practice is vastu. Right? Into practice, vastu, for decluttering, for really rectifying. I like that term. They use rectifying misalignment in your home by decluttering it. Right? I love Richard and Judy Thomas so much. I just have to say, I have to stop right here and remind myself and Judy of something that many years ago at Unity, where I started attending in 1986, and in 1994 I started having babies. Bam, 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 3 babies, 3 years. Was in overwhelm. Went to Judy, my senior minister, and said, and she said, "That which is mine, all in good time, one day at a time." Judy Thomas gave me permission to say no, to take things off my calendar, and to be reminded that God had my back. So, again, off topic, but not at all, because you all are amazing spiritual teachers, and I'm so happy that you're here. And I'm so happy that you christened all 3 of my children, who are now adults. Happy about that, too. So, really happy. So, definitely our ancient Eastern philosophies, but also all throughout the Bible, we hear about decluttering. Timothy says, we brought nothing into this world and we're carrying nothing out. And Hebrews says, be content with the things you have, for I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. And Matthew says, and I have to say this is usually my favorite one when I think about the decluttering part of my job. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth where moth and rust corrupt. And in our modern material world, we are encouraged on a daily basis to live an uncluttered life. The good news is if you want to improve your physical life, and we know that's trendy right now, and you see it all on Pinterest and all the places where you see these beautiful, beautiful, uncluttered, organized pieces. But what you really want to do, because you're a student of truth, is you want to work on your spiritual life. Well, the good news is those two things go hand in hand. And the even better news is you already have the powers you need to do both of those things. You already have the God-given powers of, and I'm going to name my three favorite, right? Release, order, and zeal. In case you ever saw my tagline, you might know I'm a unity person because it's declutter, organize, celebrate. Same thing, right? So release. Man, I love release. And I love that several years ago I thought, oh, we used to call this elimination. And then 40 years ago, we called it renunciation. I love all three of those words. And I use them in my mind, if not in my practice when I'm with my clients. Like we were talking about earlier, the service that we do in the world is truly about how we can walk each other home. And I love the saying, preach all day long. Use words if necessary. Right? So all day long, helping people release and let go of the things that are weighing them down. This passed over recently, and I was reminded of what a big catch and release fisherman he was. And I was reminded about how meaningful that was to him, and he needed to do that activity. And he caught and he released, and he caught and he released. And I thought, wow, that's an aha for me, because I have so many clients who need to gather. They need retail therapy, or they think they do. They need to hold on to those things from their mother, their grandmother, their great-grandmother that their kids drew 45 years ago, right? They've caught all these things, they've gathered all these things, but we can release them. We can release them. It is good for the thing, and it's good for your home, and it's good for the person who gets it after you, and it's good for Mother Earth. When you recycle it, it's just good. It's just all good, the release. But I also like elimination, right? I also like that term elimination. Elimination reminds me a little bit about where it's located in our body and how good it feels to eliminate toxins that have built up in our body or things we simply don't need. And I think it's a little bit easier when we're thinking about getting rid of the stuff in our house, if we're stuck there, or getting rid of the stuff in our thoughts or our feelings or our habits, if we're stuck there. These two things can help us make progress with the other. Right? Does that make sense? So if we're stuck and we can't get rid of a thing, but we're pretty good about letting go of negative thoughts, know that those two translate, and vice versa. Right? It's really important when we're organizing our physical. All this, I spent all this money on this. Once you spend that money, it's gone. You're not going to get it back by holding on to it, right? I have so much stuff because my mother had so much stuff. I had so much stuff because I was traumatized. I have so much stuff because it's just what we did. I cannot believe I let my house get this way. Is this the worst house you've ever seen? Please don't look in that closet. Right? So just like unity, and I love that you said that, Dave, by the way. I love that you said no judgment here. It's so, so, so important. It's so inclusive. It's so important. It's who we are. Thank you for reminding everyone that that's who we are. And that's who we need to be to ourselves. And that's who my team and I are when we're with our clients. We're not here to judge you. We're here to love you. And your clutter is my job security. So there's that, right? So very, very important that you know that just like we treat you, you can treat yourself with zero judgment, and you can release, you can eliminate that negative thinking. You can let go of those feelings of shame, blame, and guilt. You can let go of the need to hold on to something to protect yourself. You can pull up that power because you already have that power. It is within you. And yes, there are some things that you might need to do to activate it. There's some really great things you're going to learn about, but Val's going to be teaching much more about those 12 powers and how you can activate those powers, right? And you may need to get help, and you may need to have a buddy. And there are all sorts of things that you can do in the physical world, but they are all supported in the spiritual world. And you are worthy of that support, right? So that elimination and knowing that you can release those things. You know, but I just turned 60, and I love the word renunciation. Is it because I'm 60, or is it because I'm like, I get to say no? I get to say no. But renunciation to me lets me know that I can stand tall and renounce something that is not for my highest good, something that's just not good in the world, something that is a good thing, but it's not good for me right now, right? So sometimes we have to renounce a thing or a habit or a person or a social obligation because it clutters up our home or our work or our spiritual development, right? Sometimes we have to say no to those attachments in order to develop spiritually. Sometimes we really might need to say no to something that's a good thing. I really wanted to go to that retreat at Mount St. Francis. Half those people I adore. I'm sure I adore all of them, but I only physically remember meeting half of them. And I looked at those pictures and I went, oh, and I knew it was coming because Val and I had chatted about it. And I thought, uh-oh, here's this great opportunity to practice renouncing something that is a very good thing, but not for me at this time on my schedule. Right? It may feel like a sacrifice when you renounce something like that. It may feel like a sacrifice when you let go of your great-grandmother's china. It may feel like a sacrifice when you go from 200 books to, yeah, am I talking to you? Let's talk later in the workshop. Okay? When you're needing to downsize, when you're carrying too much. I don't know if anybody remembers when Richard Thomas, about 40 years ago, carried his luggage, aka baggage, onto the platform. And he said, this is heavy. Judy said, let it go. Right? So it may feel like a sacrifice when you're letting go of something. But to what end? To what end? The other thing about renunciation that I like is that it allows you to also take a stand with energy that you don't want in your life. You got to make room physically, mentally, emotionally, and in some cases, conversationally, for what you allow in an uncluttered physical and spiritual life. Right? That's a biggie. I love you, but I'm really affirming positivity right now, and I need to walk away. That's not easy. Well, I will tell you, it's easier at 60 than it was at 20. That's for sure. That's for sure. So the things that we're wanting that don't feel good to us, whether it's the way someone's speaking, whether it's the way we're thinking, whether it's what is not working for us and feels clunky in our life, those things are usually reflected on our countertop. Right? Those things usually feel that way in our storeroom. And many of us get a visual image of that on what we call our floor drobe, right? The physical manifestation of what's going on in our mind and with our emotions is such a gift. It's a visual aid. I've got a friend in Texas who's a therapist. She's also an organizer. Her practice is called closet therapy. And she says, I was a therapist first, but they're just lying to me in my office. And some of them kept telling me that, oh, they had some clutter, and this, and it was her husband's fault, and it was because her mom gave them this. And I thought, remember I said she was in Texas? Well, we do what we call BS on that. And she said, I'm going to be an organizer, and let's go in and see. Let me help you see. And truly, we just do become clutterblind. You know, our lives are busy. It is really hard to have a streamlined life right now. And maybe it always has been. But man, it is so not our fault. It is so easy to have stuff. You think about it, and it pops up on your phone, you know, ads, right? And a year ago, I would have said, you speak about it, and it pops up. Now it's a little bit more creepy. I released that creepy list. So we go to events, and we're handed things. We are invited to gatherings where we get swag bags. We go to workshops where we get all sorts of supplies. Not this one, but we are given so many things. It is coming at us. It is coming at us. And we are in a conspicuous consumer time in our culture, and it is intentional. Yay, capitalism. Generally have the most full lives. Right? They got lots of things going on. In fact, a bunch of them had so much going on when COVID hit, they didn't even know their house was cluttered. They didn't know. They were genuinely surprised because they didn't spend much time at home because they were out doing amazing things with their careers, doing all sorts of philanthropic work, having all sorts of fun, taking care of so many different people. They truly didn't realize that their physical space was cluttered. Right? So there's no shame, blame, or guilt. It's all about zeal as far as I'm concerned. It's all about enthusiasm for life. It's all about enthusiasm for love. It's all about, how do we say it? Fairly sizzling. To do the work that ought to be done by me. Right? So it takes us back to, what are those things that ought to be done by me, and those things that ought to be kept by me at this time in my high school. I've always had, not those things I'm afraid I might need, right? How do we live in faith and know that our highest and best is, right? And how do we let go of those things that are not a fit for this season of our life, right? That's the biggie. That's the biggie, because we pay for those things, or someone gave us those things. But as we go through that process of physically touching those things and asking ourselves these questions and activating our powers of release and elimination and order, right? And order, we are able to move the physical things where they need to be. Most of the time it's out. Not always. Most of the time. It is a foundation. And open up that space for divinity. Right? Open that space up. As we're moving this thing out, for some of us, moving the physical stuff out of our house, letting go of the extra things is super easy. But letting go of bad thinking about ourselves is hard. And for some of us, letting go of negative thoughts and coming from a place of optimism is super easy. But saying goodbye to those dolls or books or really great piece of cookware is hard, right? So we tap into the power and we take our will force and we do the work, and by doing the work, we are soothing and respecting our emotions, and we're clarifying our thinking. And that's where the power of order serves us. We order our thinking, and we order our homes. Again, I think that word's actually organize, right? We declutter, we organize, we celebrate, we release, we order. An ordered way of thinking, an ordered intentional calendar, an ordered list of criteria of the things that get to take up space in our home, in our closet, in our car, on our calendar, right? We order that and we get rid of that error thinking. We let go of that thinking that says that this situation of physical clutter is my fault. Right? We let go of that. It is the thinking that is in error. You are divine. So I'll wrap up, even though I just want to hug on and love on and just give each of you a little something, something. Those of you who want to stay for the workshop, that's what we're going to do, by the way. I'm going to ask everybody, why are you here? What feels stuck? What question do you have? Kind of like a hot seat workshop. Ask me anything. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it out. But the main thing I want to leave you with is that our physical environment as a reflection of our spiritual life is a gift. Even if we're judging our physical environment as something other than a gift, it is a gift, because if it feels wonderful and peaceful and meditative to you, ready, and you are divine, and you have the power to do just that. Thank you.
Katie? Inspiration. I'm going to sing a song that has captured my attention the last couple of months. A song written by Iris DeMent. If you don't know Iris DeMent, you might remember the series Northern Exposure. She wrote and sang the theme song for Northern Out of Town. Northern Exposure. She's an incredible writer, very fascinating human being. And she has a new album out called Working on a World. You should definitely check it out. It's on YouTube, all of the places. All right. I'm working on a world I may never see. I think that's what we're all doing, right? I got so down in trouble, I nearly lost my head. I started breaking every morning, filled with sadness, fear, and dread. The world I took for granted was crashing to the ground. And I realized I might not live long enough to ever see it turn around. But then I got to thinking about the ones who came before, and all the sacrifices that they made to open up so many doors. Doors I got to walk through on streets paid for me by people who were working on a world they never got to see. I'm working on a world I may never see. I'm joining forces with the warriors of love who came before and will follow you and me. I get up in the morning knowing I'm privileged just to be working on a world I may never see. I don't have all the answers to the troubles of the day. See a little baby reaching out its arms to me. I remember why I'm working on a world I may never see. I'm working on a world I may never see. Working on a world I may never see. Working on a world I may never see. Irish commit.
Wow, are we lucky or what? I mean, this is just gotta be the best church in town. I mean, there's no question, right? Thank you, Pinky, and thank you, John Gage. That is fabulous, both things. Now it's time to take our offering in our hand and give generously to this beautiful church. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Say thank you for these gifts, so lovingly given by people in this community. We thank you for all the gifts that each of you are to this community. We thank John for such wonderful music this morning, and thank you for lessons on simplicity, which we some of need. We bless these offerings as they go out to do good in this world and all the other places they need to go. They know instinctively what they're for, and they're for good. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you.
And our chaplains are here to pray with you. They'll be up front after the service. So please feel free to come forward. And if you'll stand for our prayer for protection, and then we'll do our peace song together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. You can stay seated if you want. You can stay seated.
There is peace on earth, and now it begins with me. Now there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God.